So let's brake ride. Decrease power here. We could stride into the Omega and clear out the front row, but I think the Legion here is probably better. So let's do this and clear out their board. Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be doing a deck profile on one of the most recent clan events, DP2. And it did feature a whole new archetype, but as a free-to-play player with a budget and only so many resources, I opted to not invest in the Grand Gallop stuff and instead try out Zeal. Now Zeal, is it the better variant? Definitely not. If you're interested in a more competitive DimensionPolice variant, definitely try out Cosmic Heroes. I think it is the better variant, but if you are feeling a bit nostalgic, if you want to try something different, then stick around and let's talk about the aliens that is Zeal. Now, Zeal, I tested for a little bit. When I started off with it, I thought it was caught garbage, unredeemable trash. Now, I think it's just bad. I don't think it's like garbage, but I don't think that it's actually competitively viable, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. So let's talk about the list and some of the fun stuff you can do with it. So first of all, we're going to start off with the Zeal starter, Larva Beast Zeal. When you ride the grade 1 on top of it, check top 7 to add the grade 2 or the grade 3 to your hand. If you didn't add something, call it out, call the starter out. And if you do not ride the grade 1, you get to call this out as well. So this kind of ride line got buffed compared to the TCG. Before it was 4K, now it's 5K. And before, when you missed the top 7 check, it would just stay in soul, while right now, at least you get to call that out and use it. And this is especially valuable for the Zeal ride stuff. So I'll mention it. We play 4 of the grade 1s, which says when the grade 2 rides on top of it, you can choose one of your opponent's units and get minus 5k. Retire everything that's less than or equal to 0. So this is just a normal thing. You should just remember that. The grade 2 says when you ride the grade 3 on top of it, do the same thing, the minus 5k thing. And then the grade 3 we play 2 of. And it has that LB4 skill. Can last 2 to have all of your opponent's units get minus 1k for each of your units. And then also on hit, you get your personal mass to have one of your opponent's units get minus 5k. So it's fine. It's nothing amazing. This is what you're used to playing. But let's see how the new stuff adds up. So first of all, we're playing 4 of the countercharging PGs. This is just more flexible for this deck since our Vanguard doesn't power up that much. We play 1 of the Gigabolts, which I do like. When play Soul Blast 1, have one of your opponent's units get minus 3k. Helps you clean up some 8ks or whatever. 5 and 3 is 8. And if not, then it could help you hit some numbers. And most importantly, the deck does play Legion, so having the Soul Blast 1 does help. And we play 4 of the Evolution Monster, Devane. Now this card, I didn't really see in other Zeal lists, especially with Game With or whatever, but I do think that this card is the MVP of the deck. It helps you, plus it helps you do some interesting shenanigans, such as brake riding during the main phase. So, Rearguard circle 1 place from your hand, put another Rearguard into your soul to ride a Zeal with the same grade as your Vanguard from your deck. If you rode, call a card with the same grade as your Vanguard from your soul. So first of all, this helps you fix your ride in case you missed the grade 1 or the grade 2. Secondly, for example, if you need more boosters, you can swap units out in. You can re-ride the grade 1, call the grade 1 out, and then you have another 7k booster. I think this is particularly valuable when you're on your grade 2 turn. You can exchange that starter if you missed your ride chain. You can put the starter back into the soul. You can re-ride the grade 2, call out the grade 2, so now you have an intercept instead of the starter. So I do like that. It helps you deck thin as well, which is helpful. Helps you see more triggers and do all that stuff. So definitely very nice. In addition, when you're on your grade 3, if you're on the brake ride, you can brake ride during the main phase by using Devane. You can ride a Zeal from your deck, grade 3 Zeal, call out the grade 3, and then Legion on that turn too. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this card. And I definitely think it is valuable. Not just about consistency, but just deck thinning and building the board you want to have. Grade 2s, we're playing 4 of the 8K that says on place minus 2K. It's just easy to use. If your opponent's playing whatever, like even if you think 8K doesn't hit numbers, well, for that turn at least it'll hit like 9K, 10K, 11K grade 2 intercepts as well. So it's helpful like that. It also helps us hit some other thresholds and synergize well with the retire skills, maybe from the ride chain or whatnot. In addition, we play 4 of the bug read, which I'm always a big fan of. Vanguard Rigor Circle, when this hits a unit with 6k or less power, you get to draw a card. So it doesn't cost counter less. The only condition is that it has 6k or less power. So you can achieve this by doing the ride chain properly, or using cards like Gigabolt, or the Gunrock, or just the Zeal Limit Break skill as well. So that's there. And we play 1 of the Mika on hit, can last 2, draw 1. Just because the deck doesn't really generate an advantage other than Bagreed and Mika, and so having these draw options is very, very helpful. For the grade 3s, we mentioned the Zeal, but our main ride target is honestly the original Saber Zero. This card is an alien, so it does synergize with the rest of your deck as well. But its skill is Vanguard Circle Limit Break 4. When rode upon your opponent's, you can choose your opponent's Vanguard to either get your Vanguard gets plus 10k, and one of your opponent's rearguards units get minus 8k until end of the turn. Retire units with less than 0 power or less. In addition, if your Vanguard's an alien, you get to call an alien from your deck. So all your grade 3s are aliens, so that's something. And basically all your units are aliens. So you get to pick and choose whatever tech you want to call out. If you want to draw cards, you got Bug Read. If you need some extra minus 2k or minus 3k, you have these units. So you have a lot of stuff you can pick and choose from. If you want to use Commander Laurel, I'm pretty sure that's an alien too. Actually, let's check that right now. I've seen lists that play Commander Laurel. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you do want to try it out, I believe, yes, it is an alien. So you can Superior Call the Laurel off the Break Ride. So if it is something that interests you, then you can definitely play that as the one of instead of the Gigabolts, I guess. And lastly, we play 3 of the new era beast Zeal. This is the new Zeal that legions with the old Zeal. Vanguard Circle once per turn. When your card is put into your damage zone, if you're in Legion, your opponent's Vanguard gets minus 2k for each of your units until end of the turn. This skill is pretty bad, but you can catch people off guard with people that don't expect Zeal at all or don't have experience against it. I played against a Royal Paladin player that went into the new alt Mal, and they had the rear hit face first because I had like a whole board front row grade 3s and whatnot, and then their Vanguard got shut down by a minus like 2k for each unit, so like minus like 2 on the Vanguard Circle and then 5 rearguards, so becomes quite substantial. And then their Vanguard was like 19 against my 21 and couldn't hit, so it can be helpful, but very, very niche situations, not valuable enough to actually mention, honestly. And second skill, when hit with a Vanguard with less than 8k or less power, Sword Charge 1, Counter Charge 1. This is alright, but it's not too important as well. So mainly the idea is you ride the Break Ride, and then you stride, you do your stuff, and then you eventually go into the Devane, help you superior Break Ride into the new era Beast Zeal. You Legion with the OG Zeal, and you use OG skill to counterblast 2 to minus 7k on everything on your opponent's board, retire some stuff, and then go for face. So that's the play. 7k because you have 5 rearguards, 2 Vanguards, because when you're in Legion state, it counts as 2 units, so you have 7 units now. For the strides, we play 1 Harmonics because why not? We play 2 of the Madu because your Zeal is a 10k Vanguard. When you're in Legion state with the new Zeal, it still checks for the mate, and the mate is 10k or less, so it does proc the Madu. Basically just helps you when you're low on resources and you just want to get the triple drive. You still want to stride, but you don't want to really pay that cost, so there you go. We have 2 of the X-Tiger. It's not easy to use, but when you have the booster and all that, maybe. But basically what it does is it gets 4k for each face-up card in your G-Zone, and if it's 45k or more, it gets an extra crit, so that's helpful. We play 1 of the X-Rogue, which says when it hits 37k or more, including boost, draw a card, retire something in the back row at random. And we play 2 Dark Superhuman Omega. This is your main stride. This is how you win games. When placed, if you have an Alien Heart, which is all your grade 3s, Soul Blast 1, Counter Blast 2, put a rearguard into your soul to reduce all of your opponent's front row units' power until end of the turn by the same power as the unit you put into the soul. And then if it's 0 or less, you retire it. So this card's amazing because you can call out some like random Zeal stuff at the back row. If you use your Devane earlier on into your grade 2 or grade 3 turn to fix your rider or whatever, you could have spare units that are like 9k or 10k or 11k in the back row, and just set up properly for the Omega. Again, nobody plays Zeal on ladder. I've never seen anyone play this deck except myself, and it just clears out your opponent's front row, and then you have 3 clear shots to the face, and it just exudes pressure that nobody expects. So it is very nice. One thing that you need to note about this deck is that one of the greatest part about the decks is that when you ride into the grade 2, you have the minus 5k, you can immediately snipe your opponent's starter, right? So first of all, you cannot target resist units with this skill. Secondly, you can target units that cannot be retired, but when they hit 0 or negative power, they will not be retired. So that's something you need to know. So something like Zeal skill or the Omega skill, if your opponent's using like Garmor or Saint Blow Dragon from Royal Paladins or whatever, and their front row says it cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects, it includes negative power. So that is something you need to keep in mind. But other than that, overall, the deck is pretty nasty to play, but also nasty for unsuspecting opponents. So let's jump straight through it and see how the deck performs on the ladder. And while we're doing that, again, I'd like to thank our members and Twitch subs, YouTube members. Thank you Kamui, thank you Tumelo, KC, and ZBD, and thank you Twitch subs, Tumelo again, and Gladiator. I really wouldn't be doing videos without you all. And of course, if you're watching this video and you enjoy the content I make, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, so you can keep in touch with whatever I'm working on. So this deck, I tried Laurel, I tried some other strides, but frankly, this is what I'm working with right now. Before I tried like a 4 Zeal kind of lineup, but it just didn't work. I think the Break Ride is the secret sauce, and the Devane is how you make the deck work rather than the Laurel. So for the mulligan, I mulligan really hard for the grade 1 because just being able to plus off that is helpful. But if not, I would just keep any grade 1, and then I guess I could try to fix it with Devane or whatnot. So that's fine. We're playing against an Origami here, which does bind our drop zone, which can be annoying because we do play Legion, but we don't need to rely on it. I guess we still have strides and stuff to play and work with, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, we got the grade 1, so that's awesome. Let's just go to the Zeal and check top 7 for the grade 2, and nothing. So I guess we're just gonna call out the starter. That's fine. Sometimes it is what it is. Just gonna battle. Draw trigger's nice. Tries the new grade 3 Zeal. It sucks that the new Zeal is only on Legion, but I don't know. We're mainly playing the Zeal just because of the Legion. The part where Legion's like, that's it. Like if you said the OG Zeal, I honestly think the OG Zeal is more than fine enough. It's not amazing, but it's fine enough. Our opponent's playing a lot of stuff onto the board, which is amazing. Thank you. Alright, 9k, can they hit that trigger to 12? And they hit that heal, which is terrible news for us. That's really bad. We don't have a grade 2. Okay, top deck, let's go. Alright, Planet Deal, here we go. Alright, let's let me just snipe out the 5k here. So we're just gonna kill that. I'm gonna use the Devane. With the grade 0, we're gonna reride the grade 2. And call this out. And then I'm gonna use the Devane again. Put the grade 1. Call this out. Okay, battle 10k. So you can really consistently build up a board like this and thin it out. It's basically grade 1, remove 1 unit, call a grade 2 out when you use it on your grade 2 turn. So it's pretty neat like that. Make use of your vanillas since you're not going to use much of them anyways. So, and especially since our opponent's going to the Vanquisher, I'd rather just call these grade 2s before our opponent strides and starts removing them, right? So, alright, removing the intercept here. It's going to ignore that. That's fine. That's fine. But if I had to choose one or the other, in this matchup, I would choose the OG Zeal. Just because at least we have the on-ride skill. Because I don't think it's likely we'll get the Legion anyways. Okay, just gonna ignore both. Fine. Just gonna go face. We are 10k though, so unless they see a trigger or two, that 9k isn't gonna hit the face. But 16 is definitely gonna connect. Since we didn't see anything again. Can we please see some triggers? It's really unfortunate. They're just gonna clear out 19k, that's fine. Alright, that's a PG. Alright, and I'm just gonna ride this. Ride OG Zeal. And let me show you some plays. So let's power this. Let's go into the Omega, which is not GB restricted. You can use this as soon as the first stride. Alright, Omega. On stride, we're going to Soul Blast the grade 1. We don't want to Soul Blast the grade 2 because we are on OG Zeal. If you're on the Legion Zeal, that's fine. So power down, remove that intercept. Soul Blast this. We're going to remove that as well. And I don't want to commit the grade 3 because I do want to stride next turn. Opponent got lucky and saw that defensive. But if we see two triggers, then we can flip this over and actually deal some damage. We're gonna heal off this. Really cool. Hope they don't see a defensive because they've seen more than enough. And we're gonna push to 5. Very nice. Alright, and no, we couldn't set up for like another turn. But I didn't call anything out. If this was a normal matchup, maybe I would call something out to the back row. It's just that Vanquisher's first stride just kills back row, so it was kind of pointless. And if they ignore the front row grade 1, that's great. That's great. But for now, I'd just rather just leave it. It's fine. Just gonna kill the grade 2. And a little cloggy because we started off with something like this. Ideally would see more Bagreeds and see the Mika just to draw more cards, sustain our game, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Something like that. Alright, they're just gonna keep clearing out keep binding out the drop zone, not letting us play the Legion game, which is fine because that's what we expected, right? So next turn, if there's nothing much better to stride into, just going into Medew, discard the grade 3, stride Medew, add the grade 3 back to your hand, then you can still hit the grade 3 into rearguard and then do some other shenanigans too. So it works out fine for me. Just gonna bind the triggers. Yeah, that's why we didn't go into the Legion because it was kind of pointless. Heal here shuts down that 18k column. Very nice. Oh my god, healed again. They healed twice. And trigger, of course. Triple trigger. It's hard to beat that. That's annoying. Yeah. Oh, I guess it's a heal guard here. At least we still have a chance. But that's very annoying. We don't have a board, so I guess we're just gonna go to Medew. Destroy Medew, add the grade 3 back to your hand. And then an 8k can minus 2k on 9k and hit that. 11k can hit 9, and then 25 can hit face. Alright, we can do this, I guess. Draw trigger. Alright. Grade 1 not super helpful here. We have 1 heal guard and 2 PG, so hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough. Let's see if they can stride. Conquest. Conquest would be rough for us. No heals as well, so that's tough. Conquest, they could hit like 16, 21. See a trigger maybe 26, so depends on their attack order and what stride they go into. Going to Voltage instead doesn't retire front row, but we do have 7 cards binded, so that is gonna be 2k for each binded, so that's plus 16. That's a lot. That's big numbers. That's scary. It's gonna bind everything out. Hope they don't have an. Oh, that's a front row retire. I think that's game. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I think we honestly pinned them down quite well until they healed and double drew, and got the pieces they need to change the tides of the game. But that's just how it is. Just gonna let them finish. But yeah, I guess we're blasting off again. This ain't it. Zeal. Welp, that's game 1, but it's okay. It's okay. I think we did showcase some stuff. We showcased how we mulligan aggressively, I guess. How the new grid 1 can help us set up the board that we want, and how the stride can really catch people off guard, clear out the front row, and push your opponent to maybe 3, 4, 5 damage, or even asking for a defensive as soon as first stride. So I think that's not bad. Let's go into game 2 against Angel Feathers. So this one could be interesting because if they're on Gavrael or whatever, maybe okay, it's a VP farmer, so I guess that this ain't the game that we want to see, but I guess let's check out their starter, and then if it is a VP farmer, I'll see you all in the next game. Yep. All right. So that's it, and I'll catch you soon. Alright, we are back, done with the VP farming. I guess that makes our win rate 50%. Close enough. Not bad. Actual ladder gameplay here. So let's go into game 3, a proper game 2, and see how Zeal can seal the deal. So honestly, these days I am getting to the point of a little bit bored of Zero. Glad this lady Liz is enthusiastic because Kazuma is one of the best boys in the series. But let's see how we do. We have the grade 1, we have the grade 2, we have the PG, the heals. Back to the deck you go, but seems like the whole party's here. So let's see how we do against Royal Paladin. So I guess the challenge of playing the Break Ride variant is because you would want to go into Legion after you Break Ride, and that's LB4 ready, and that means that you're not going to be taking a lot of damage, and so the Legion skill is not that effective. I kind of get that, but I just feel like the Break Ride letting you just plus and remove something is valuable enough to just go into it, especially since it's accessible with the new grade 1. You don't have to draw into your specific Zeal piece, your specific grade 3's Zeal. You can just use the grade 1 to fix it to whatever you need it to be. So I quite like that. Alright, Blaster Blade, the icon. The anniversary art. Let's see a defensive here. Nice. Shut down that 14k column. And we can't kill the Milius. So let's do something with Blosterblad right here. Just call this out. 10 and then 8 hits Vanguard, which lets us draw a card. Very nice. Drawing into a draw trigger, but that's okay. It's just Grade 3 is a Strive Fighter, right? So next turn we have the options. We can go into the original Saber Zeal, we can go into the Neo Era Zeal, or the OG Zeal as well. Just depends on what we see from our opponent this turn. Alright, just the 9k here. Draw trigger. Alright. Okay, let's go into the brake ride. Let's check out the brake ride. For the stride, I guess really anything could work here. 26. It's unlikely we hit 37, so let's just go into this. Ditch the OG Zeal because we will need it to go back to the deck to make sure we can Legion it out anyways. Because the other one's in the damage. We only played 2. So still drawing into grade 3s, which kind of sucks, but okay. Call this out. If they don't clear out the grade 3, that's perfect fodder for the Omega. Hopefully we see a draw trigger. But I think we drew all of them already. There's still 3 left. Heal, of course, okay. Things never go smoothly. Yeah, I wish we would drive check or damage check these instead of have them in our hand. If only. Alright, striding into the Gunblade. You're obligatory for stride. There's SP though, so that's sick. Alright, the Pia. Native Twin Sword, multi-attacking and all that. Okay, boosting the back row. Standard play. Let's see what they have. Anything that's 8k is good, more than good enough. Cancel here. Alright, retiring. Grade 2? Grade 3? Interesting. Encourage Angel. More numbers. I don't get why they wouldn't put the 9k to the Blaster Blade, so it would hit 12k by itself. But I guess that works too. 22. That's another trigger. Okay. That's gonna shut down whatever they superior call. The best they can do is 33 with 11k, so 31 I guess. And I might as well hit the grade 3. So I guess we can Legion this turn. So let's brake ride. Decrease power here. Call out the... I guess we want a grade 2. No stride, we're gonna Legion instead. We could stride into the Omega and clear out the front row, but I think the Legion here is probably better. Nope, don't want to use this. So we have 7 units, so let's do this and clear out their board. AK, 11k, Oh, that's defensive. If they have a heal guard, that would be really unfortunate. Oh, that's unlucky. I think that's game. Our opponent has the if they have the aerial alt mile or the alt mile, same blow, whatever, they win. So yeah, let's see what they have in their hand, I guess. If they had a PG, they would have won anyways, but if they only had that one heal guard, then that damage check defined the game. Okay, I guess they had 2 heal guards. So there you have it. I guess it wasn't meant to be. So what do we have here? Okay, ditching the PG. Sure, they had the PG too. Grade 3, 10, 11, 26, and 21, 14, 16 maybe. So I think this is officially GG. Nori. Maybe a 6 damage shield could make this work, but who knows? Can the bad guys win for once? Can we make this happen? Okay, I think that's it. $16, 14. I need double 6 damage shield. Come on! Give me your energy. Give me your energy. Come on. Come on. No. No. That's game. Alright. One more. One more. Come on, the bad guys can't fall short every time. I know it's like the standard trope. Villain of the week loses. And then they blast off. And then they come back again next week. And then they lose again. But come on. Come on. Let's give the bad guys a chance, right? Let's give them some fun as well. Just need our opponent to not see a healer too, you know. Just needs triggers to work out a little finer. All right, going first this time around, we can bully a lower stat Vanguard on our opponent's end. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Opponent's Link Joker, so it's the villain versus villain. Chaos. All right, let's see what we can do. Zeal. As the grade 2. Nice. Okay, okay. We can kill off the starter because it doesn't have resist. That's very, very helpful. So let's go do that. Devour of Planets. Don't give them the option to tech. Call this out. Give us more grade 2s. Minus 2k. Give me that one draw. We hit 8, 10, 16. So if they don't see a defensive, we could deal 3 damage this turn. And we see the trigger. Things are finally going our way. This is what we need. Come on. This is what we're looking for all day. There. I don't... That's fine. That's fine. Come on. Still have one if I wanted to do the break ride combo. Going into the Photon, I'm pretty sure it's a rear guard only skill. Alright, they have the Palladium. Can't hit past our defenses, just having double intercepts. Very nice. PG. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the 0. Call grade 2. Ooh, the heal. Pointless, but okay. Okay, we can always Legion it back. Six cards in hand. Going for the Chaos Springer. I approve this. Lock 1. Doesn't matter because they are going to go into the Messiah, which on hit locks 1 back row as well. Striding using the Chaos. Going for the Amnesty. Interesting. Not sure why the Amnesty, but okay. They're not going to unlock for the crit, are they? It's not worth it. There's no way. Yeah, they don't have unlock 3. Might as well play the on hit lock 1. Like, I have the GR, I get it's a GR, but sometimes okay. There you go, the heal. Obligatory heal of the game to balance the scales. Alright, stride it is. What are we going to go into? Minus 8k isn't going to do us much. I guess might as well just go into the harmonics. And free our buddy there. Nine, 15, 27. Focus on dealing damage because the 15, if we do whiff, well, we're not gonna hit, and our opponent saw a heal, so we're still active for heals. So if we see a heal here, that would be nice. But it's okay, no triggers. It's not okay. I'm just saying it's okay because it's not okay. And when I mean it's not okay, it's not okay. But when I say it's okay, it's not okay. Look at that defensive. Look at those damage. Look at what we get. Vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. Yeah. I guess one of the rough parts about playing a Riot Chain deck is your grade 1s and grade 2s, they basically don't do much after they serve their purpose of riding them. So, it's not the best feeling. Alright, they're gonna make us put this card down as a locked unit. Guess we can call it down the PG if we wanted to, but I don't know if that's so smart. Draw a trigger. Okay, this is getting tiring. Come on, we're the OG bad guys. Come on. What do we lock? I might as well drop this. How many units will we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 only? Ugh. Fine, PG it is. Alright, well, we ended up drawing into the Legion. So, that's cool. I guess we're gonna Legion. What do we clear? I guess we can clear out the... Kill the starter. The locker. Put those triggers back. And minus 5k, I guess. Draw 1, because it's not like we have the luck to see triggers anyways. Well, unless we draw into them. There, see, drawing into a heal. PG. Yes, that's nice. Seeing double trigger, twin drive. Okay, we drew into a PG, so that's lucky. And a heal guard, so that's cool. Let's see the Crunchy Boy. Yeah, I do think Crunchy Boy is probably stronger than Chaos Universe, frankly. Just cost less counterblast and oh, it costs counterblast 1 as well. Guess it's fine. Locking 2. Not like that back road's gonna do a lot of work, so. Having no grade 2 intercepts though, I think that's rough for our opponent. At the same time, it's not like it's like our whole goal is to wipe out their front row and go for face, right? So, not that great for us either. Legion skill minus 8k because there's 4 units on our board. All right, let's try the. Let's Omega, I guess. Omega lets us ask for PGs instead of heal guards. Let's clear this out. Let's put this in. Also clears out the front row 7k. Asking for a lot. Sees the trigger here, which helps us hit past 17. Heal here, which is really, really big. Asking for PG again. So, we don't know if they have any heal guards left in their hand, but if they did, they couldn't use it. But if they didn't have PGs instead and only had the heal guards, they would have had to use 2 heal guards, and we wouldn't know. So they do have the Soul Blast 1 retire, draw 1 off the Chaos Breakers, so that's good for them. But they did use 5 strides already, so only 3 left. Don't know how many more options they can go through. Judgment Messiah. So they could have went to the Judgment, but they went for Amnesty instead. That's poor play on the first turn. Photon. Okay. Take Vanguard first. Okay, heal again. That's the second heal this game. Vanguard loses power, but it's pointless. Yeah, that's why I don't like the skill. It doesn't make a big difference. We have some heals, but I don't know if it's worth it. This is minus 2, 3, 4, 5k, minus 2k. So I might as well use the Dark Omega again. Minus 7k, and then your grade 2 minuses 2k to clear out the grade 2. So yeah, that's finally we won a game. The bad guys, the OG bad guys, after all, finally took a W, and that's it. So that's cool. I guess all in all, you can kind of see why I don't think it's competitive, but there are some shenanigans you can do, you can pull off that are fun. I get it. And if you have the budget for this, which the deck is really cheap, everything you really need is triple rare or below. So give it a go if you have the cards. It's fun, it's a nice change of pace, and yeah, that's basically it. So thank you to the members again, Kamui, Tumelo, KC, ZBD. Thank you to the Twitch subs, Gladiator and Tumelo. Thank you again, Tumelo. And thank you for watching. Again, if you liked the video, like it, subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more Jack stuff like this. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.